Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is probably the first actual video on the channel while all my other ones have been short so far. I'm going over 4 teams that I can for sure tell you was my teams for winning the Elite Four and try to reminisce, you know what word I'm trying to say. Trying to remember my original team for another game because I don't have it save file anymore. And a lot of these I've beat multiple times. I'm going to take the games first that I've for sure played and played through. Man, I don't remember the teams. All the games I've played through Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, X and Y, Moon, Ultra Sun, Scarlet and Violet, and I think that's the only official Pokemon games that I went through. I went through ROMs and stuff like that too. But we're going to start off with the oldest of these teams, which would be my Moon team. Because I don't have my X and Y save files on my Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire save files. I know from my initial X, because me and my brother shared that one. I think the team was Lucario, Charizard, Greninja. I think Goodra eventually got out of that team. I think... May was there? I don't know. It was a weird. It's like almost a prototypical Generation 1, Gen 6 game run. But we're gonna go with the extra team. So Pokemon Moon is where we're starting at. My original team. I have this big old whiteboard right here to have to write them all down so I can make sure and not forget people. My Pokemon Moon team consisted of a team of Alolan Raichu, Alolan Eradicate, Lycanroc Midday Form, Goodra, Decidueye, and Lunala. Now, this team's interesting because I was low-key, I remembered Raichu, I remember most of these guys, kind of forgot I ran Goodra, and low-key barely remember I've run Eradicate through the entire Elite Four. I do think I remember him being kind of beneficial because I wanted the dark coverage, I think. You know, if it was my team, I literally could have. But overall, the decent team. Now we're getting Ultra Sun. This is probably, in my opinion, out of videos I've seen from stuff online, maybe one of the most randomly put together team I've ever seen. Because, if y'all know, Ultra Sun Moon is when you go into the Ultra Wormhole and you find, like, the Shinies and the Legendaries. The team's interesting. I guarantee this top one's here because it's shiny, I'm assuming. The top one is Heliolisk. Okay. Yanmega. Malamar. 3 mons that are all not commonly used, I feel like, in most playthroughs. And then the starter was Primarina. I do think on that run, I could be mistaken, I think Incineroar was on my team as well. Because of mystery, what's it called? Like, surprise, I call it surprise right now, was it? Wonder Trade, that's what it was. I'm pretty sure I got a lid off of that, I think, if I'm not wrong. So, that's interesting. The rest of the team rounds out with Duskmane Necrozma, which makes sense. I was playing Ultra Sun. And Groudon, which I genuinely forgot that was the first team I used to beat the Elite Four. Now, I want to say that wasn't actually me. It could have been my brother, because I let him play Ultra Sun more than I did. You know, still played it a lot. Moon was mine, though. I know for sure it was. So, that's cool. We're going to go down when I played Scarlet Violet for the first time. Fun little story I'm going to tell you. I actually got a shiny within before the second gym in Scarlet and Violet. I found a shiny Venonat right outside of the grass gym area. That was pretty cool. My Violet team consisted of Quaquaval, or Quaquaval as I call him. No, I know that's not how you pronounce it. That's what I call him. Proceeds of him, Haxorus, Tyranitar, King Gambit, Ceruledge, and Palmont. Funny enough, two of these bonds were actually from Surprise Trade. Ceruledge was from Surprise Trade, and the Tyranitar was. I caught Haxorus somewhere. I don't know where I got Haxorus, to be honest. I'm in also Surprise Trade, if I'm being honest. And I took a minute to figure this out. Then I realized that, I forgot about the fact that they had the markings. So you could tell they were Paladin champion. That's how I know this was the team. The other team, this was a bit of honestly, one of my favorite runs I've ever had a normal Pokemon game. I want to low-key start doing this from now on. I also have names for them, so I can go over the names too. I have this friend of mine that I've known for a very long time. Me and them are really close, and I pretended to play as her, but with each Pokemon being based off animals I know she had, because she had a lot of pets. And like she lived on kind of ish of a farmish, kind of like a farm area, if that makes any sense. Had a lot of animals. So we're going to go with the team again. Again, Quaquaval or Quaquable, whatever you want to call him. I'm going to call him Goofy Duck. The Goofy Duck named Tater Tot was the starter. The rest of this team rounded out with Chevy the Espeon, Zeus the Houndoom, Trixie the Lycanroc Dusk form. I want to use Dusk. I've used Midday. Never used Dusk. I was like, sounds fun. Gypsy the Houndstone and Marigold the Go-Goat. The part that's crazy to me, so as y'all probably are assumption, my team for Violet in the Blueberry Academy had a Pokedex championship was different. It wasn't the same. My team for Scarlet, I ran this almost exact team. I think a few people have switched out, but I beat the entire game with just this team. What consisted of a few other options. We had some other dogs. We had Berserker as a cat, obviously, but Berserker was one. I had... Oh, there's someone else. Because there was two cats. Mine's just been Persian. I know there's a cat. No, let's be on the cat option. I just know that it had other Pokemon on there, and it gave me a lot of love for Pokemon that I kind of either like or didn't care for. Like, Houndoom's a cool Pokemon, but let's be honest, he's typically weak. Bro, Houndoom cooked in a playthrough, actually. I really did enjoy using them. So I want to start using more mons I haven't used. But, yeah, and then if I could ever get the time to put out on all these other teams I've used in ROM hacks and stuff, I'd have plenty more teams. But I just don't really remember all them teams. I've played so many of them. Played some really hard games too. Some of them are like really crazy. But yeah, I mean, I feel like overall my teams were very interesting. The only Pokemon that ever got used more than once throughout any of these playthroughs was the Duck. He got used in both my Scarlet and Violet team. Not on purpose, because I didn't really want to use them in both of them, but I did. My brother did happen to end up using Skeledirge in his Scarlet run, and my brother-in-law ran Meowscarada on my Switch as well. So we got to use all the starters just differently. But yeah, I think that's gonna be this for the video. If y'all suggest another idea for a video, whether it literally can be anything, you want to just me to yap again like I had today in this video, or talk about something else. I'm thinking I have an idea for my next video, but we'll get on to that when I get the chance. So I hope y'all enjoy. I'll see y'all next time.